All right, y'all. What's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99 back with another quick post-fight discussion video. All right, y'all. Let's talk about it. Daniel Dubois versus Jarrell Big Baby Miller. Man, wow, wow, man. Like, it was a good fight. I'm not saying wow because it was a good fight, but I'm just saying like, wow. Look at the size of Big Baby Miller, man. Like, when you just look at the back of this guy, I was like, wow, like how much bigger is he than Daniel Dubois? You know, Daniel Dubois is a big heavyweight, but just looking at Gerald Big Baby Miller in this fight, you're like, whoa, man, like, is this guy healthy enough to be in a heavyweight fight like this? Like, should he be in here, like, taking these heavy punches and just coming straight forward like this? Like, is he a boxer right now? This dude's looking like two power lifters put together right now. I mean, look at the size of him. I mean, the guy weighed almost 100 pounds heavier than Daniel Dubois, man. So not trying to make fun of anything. Like, I'm just saying, like, this dude, man, like, looking at his weight, somebody needs to watch him right now because this dude was huge and looked out of shape. But I got to give him credit though, man. Like, as far as like out of shape, boxing shape, he stayed in this fight for 10 rounds. I mean, he got stopped in the 10th round, but he probably could have survived it, but the ref stayed in there a little bit longer. But he took a lot of punishment. But man, for him to go that far and throw that many punches, I do have to give him credit on that. I mean, physically, yeah, it's something to look at and say, wow, this dude needs to lose some weight. But when it comes down to when it really comes down to it, he did stay in there for 10 rounds and he took a lot of punches and threw a lot of punches. Threw a lot more punches than Wilder did in his fight. I mean, like, I think Wilder was like in the single digits of every round in his fight, but this guy, he was throwing a lot of punches. Like, Gerald Big Baby Miller, he was keeping up with Daniel Dubois, but the thing is, Daniel Dubois was just hitting him with much better combinations and doing much more damage throughout this fight. But not a bad fight at all, man. I enjoyed this one. I think it was a little bit better than I think it was better than the Wilder Parker fight to me. They were really connected in this fight. A lot of good body work, good uppercuts thrown in this one. I mean, if you look at these shots I got right here, man, like these shots in the instant replay, I was like, wow, man, these dudes are taking shots, especially Big Baby Miller. I mean, the first couple of rounds, I liked the jab of Daniel Dubois. He was just stuffing it in Miller's face. Every time Miller would just step in and just cracking him with these good right hands, and Big Baby Miller trying to fight back. Throwing his jab as he's coming forward. Stepping in and double jabbing, but as he's running in, he's eating the shotgun jab from Daniel Dubois. So he's hitting him with these hard shots. You can see like a little bit of blood from Big Baby Miller's face. So like the first 5 rounds, first half of the fight, I think maybe no, I would say, to me, I think Daniel Dubois swept the first 5 rounds. I think he did. He swept the first 5 rounds. Big Baby Miller was in it, and he was landing punches on Daniel Dubois. It just looked like a couple of shots were heavy because, he's so heavy. But I think Daniel Dubois was definitely doing more damage, and he was, cracking him in the face, man, with these hard right hands like you see in these stills, man, and just coming over the top. Every time Big Baby would kind of lean to his right, he would crack him with that right hand. Just good timing, and Daniel Dubois was just letting his hands go too, just being really impressive, and had good movement too, creating space. Every time Big Baby Miller would step in, he would land some hard shots. Say Big Baby maybe won like 2 rounds in the middle of the fight, when he was starting to turn the gas up a little bit, but that was only going to last so long. Carrying all that weight, and you get hit with all these big shots, and you throwing a lot of punches, it was just wearing down on him, man. Like 8 and 9, he started taking some heavy shots, some big uppercuts, big right hands. Every time he would step in and throw his jab, boom, he'd get cracked with another right hand from Daniel Dubois. Round 10, he was trying to act like he was still game, dropping his hands, taking a few shots like Daniel Dubois wasn't hurting him. Then when Daniel Dubois hit him with that right hand, he went into the ropes. Left hand, he went into the ropes again. And, just taking them shots, dropping his hands. And he was getting stunned, man. Stunned a couple of times with like 10 seconds left. He probably could have survived, like I said, if he would have clinched it, but he wanted to prove he had the chin and took a few more shots, got rattled. The ref said, all right, that's enough. And that was it. TKO win for Daniel Dubois. But he earned it, man. These two guys, they put on a good fight, threw a lot of punches, landed a lot of punches. From here, man, I don't know, like, if I could say Daniel Dubois is like title shot ready or anything like that, because he did take a lot of shots in this fight. But it was an interesting fight. Like I said, it was interesting and entertaining. Interesting because I was just looking at, like, Big Baby Miller, this big man like this size, and he's just throwing a lot of punches, and just taking a lot of punches. So it was entertaining, man. But yeah, from here, I think Jarrell Big Baby Miller, I don't know what kind of shape he's in. He might also need to hang it up. I don't know, because he just doesn't look healthy, man. He didn't look healthy in here, taking that punishment and carrying all that weight around. And I don't know what the deal with him is now. Anyway, he got that dark cloud over him, like I like to say, as far as being like a walking pharmacy right now. So I don't know what he'd be hopped up, what he's being hopped up on right now. So we need to see him get clean first. Daniel Dubois, I always wanted to see him fight somebody like F.A. Ajagba, see how their style matches up and see what type of adjustments he could make in that fight, or maybe he could take on Frankie Sanchez. We'll see, guys. Or the Chinese champ, I always forget his name, Zhang. That would be a good fight. Any of those fights, just see how far Daniel Dubois is. I remember he had that injury a little while back from the Joe Joyce fight. So, anything that could really put him in there and see how he get tested again, just to go ahead and try to get it now. Don't want to wait too long. You could suffer damage and probably end your career early. So he needs to try to go ahead and get in there while getting his good and his momentum is back. But that's all I got on this one, guys. Let me know what y'all thought of the fight. Combo Breaker 99. Make sure y'all subscribe. I'm out. Peace.